Hey guys, what's up? If you're here, it's most likely because you want to learn how I play my acoustic cover of Wait For Me by Rise Against. So let's dive right into it. Some notes for you guys to know. It's in standard tuning and the capo is on the 6th fret. Okay, it's on the capo, I don't know how you say it. It's on the 6th fret. Now, for the sake of not making this video confusing for you guys, because when I put on the capo, for me, in my mind, all the frets that come before it, they just don't exist. So in other words, the capo becomes an open string. This becomes the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just keep it the way it is. So this is going to be the 7th fret, 8th fret, and 9th fret. So yeah, keep it the same way it is. Let's start off with the verse. It goes like this. Play that is you place your middle finger on the 8th fret of the 3rd string right here, and then you strum open 5th string, 3rd string, open 2nd string, back to 3rd, like that. So it goes. Then you place your ring finger on the 9th fret of the 5th string. Then you move that ring finger, still the 9th fret but of the 6th string. So far what you have is play it one more time. But then this time, instead of just playing open 2nd string like that, you're gonna play it and hammer on to the 7th fret with your index finger. So it's gonna go. Then you're gonna move your ring finger. You're gonna move it all the way down to the 4th string of the 9th fret. By the way, this note right here, you could play instead of going from here to here, you can go. Because it's the same, they're the same. I think it's an octave. So you can play it either here, or you can play here. And then you go back to, then you play the whole repetition one more time. Then you go back here. I'm going to play the whole thing from the intro, which is the same as the verse chords, all the way up until before the chorus, just in case, just to make sure you guys get it. Alright, so. And then you go into the chorus, which is, I don't know the name of these chords. They're just basically power chords with a few added notes. So here on a power chord on the 7th fret, wait for me. Slide it to the 9th fret, now. Wait for me now. And then you play this chord, which is, you mute the 6th string with your thumb, open 5th string, middle finger on the 8th fret, ring finger on the 8th fret, and index finger on the 7th fret. And then open 1st string. and then you move here. You play the 5th string 9th fret with your index finger, and then you bar these 3 notes with your ring finger. So it's this chord. So this is the chorus. And then you go back and play one more time. And then instead here, in the second time around, instead of going to the 9th fret, you go to the 9th fret but back to the 6th string power chord. So now take off this crown to break all these spells, don't you know? And then one more time. Wait for me now, air is running out. And you hold these notes. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. And then back to the verse chords. Now, just a little quick note. I'm playing it like this. But you could also play, if you're better off playing chords, you could, instead of doing these power chords, this right here, this note, you could play like this. And then when you move it here, this is basically a G chord. And then the same chord here. And then instead of doing this, you could do this. So I'm going to play the chorus with the chords one time. 1, 2, 3. Back to the verse. In the second half of the second verse, you're going to play. It was palm muted, so you're gonna. It's this. So. Follow the rivers, somehow gotten over my head. So a deep breath. Slightly get louder, and cut it. Back to the chorus. And then after you play the chorus, it's gonna go into the bridge, which we'll take it from the last part of the chorus. Wait for me, wait for The way I played that is I mute the 6th string with my thumb, and I place my index finger on the second. I mean, my bad. You see what I mean? It's already the 2nd fret to me in my mind, but on the 8th fret of the 3rd string. So basically, what you got is these 2 notes. But then you got these strings, and if I just mute it with this, sometimes I'll put too much pressure on these strings and they'll sound, and I don't want those strings to sound, so I mute it with my pinky. You just slightly place it over the string so that they're muted. So you got this chord. And you just slide it from the 8th fret to the 11th fret to the 14th fret. No, I'm sorry, 13th fret. So that's the first part of that. And then the index finger goes back to the 8th fret, but this time the middle finger plays on the 9th fret. that note right there. It's this. Okay, so what we got so far for the bridge is. And then from that note, you just basically form an octave. Index finger on the 9th fret of the 6th string, ring finger on the 11th string of the 3rd. I'm sorry, on the 11th fret of the 3rd string. That note right there. And then you slide your ring finger to the 13th fret. It's a little bit of a stretch. I do it with my ring finger. If you want, you could just use your pinky. So what we got so far from that is. You play it again. And then you play this chord. I know what this chord is called. It's your ring finger on the 9th fret of the 4th string, middle finger on the 8th fret of the 3rd string, and your index finger on the 7th fret of the 1st and 2nd string. You bar it. So it's. Then you lift your index finger. Lift your middle finger. So basically when you're lifting those fingers, what it's doing is basically it's doing this. And then back to it one more time. But here on the second time around, instead of going here, you're going to go play open 3rd string. Okay, so you're going to play open, I'm sorry, my apologies, not open 3rd string, open 4th string. And then when you make the power chord here, after you play open 4th string, you're going to play, as you're forming that power chord, you're going to play the 5th string of the 9th fret, and then form the power chord. So when you do that, ultimately what it does is this. And then you're going to play the chords. A lost dream of what could have been, a house on fire, a tangled web, and the key turns to find the locks that changed. In time to hear the back door slam, a song that to this day I can't forget. The colors drain to black and gray. And then you're going to play the chorus, but this time the way I played it is instead of doing the usual strumming pattern I did for the other two choruses, you just strum it all the way through. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So. Back to the normal strumming pattern. And ends it with wait for me, wait for me now. There you go. If you made it this far, if you made it this long in the video, then hopefully it did help. Sorry if I confused you, if I confused any of you with my weird teaching of how to play that song. But I hope it helped, so let me know if it did help, if you were able to learn the song. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and comment if you want tutorials to other songs I've done, or you'd like to watch me do a cover of a song. Thank you.